In this massive epidemic of housing crisis that we're in, there's multiple different home defenses that can take place, from just a simple banner drop on your house to alert your family and your neighbors the fact that there's a crime happening, that someone is stealing your home, just to raise that awareness, to a full-blown home occupation. The easiest is if you were to ask for a home occupation during the time of getting your eviction notice to the point that you're actually getting evicted. You would have a very, very large gathering in your home, and you would have that many people there to advocate for you when the sheriff comes to plead your case of why your home should not be stolen, because it is within law enforcement's position where they could decide that this is not a situation for the law to get involved, and they could be a force to help push the bank back to the negotiation table. The second type of home defense is basically they've locked the doors and you're out of the property, but all your stuff is still there, and you have this time period between then and when the bank comes and trashes out your home. There have been successful occupations where participants have gotten re-entry of the home and been able to stand in between the movers and the property inside, and also still demonstrating as one last cry before the foreclosure process is complete that this was a fraudulent situation and that this family didn't deserve to lose their homes. That was the case of what happened with us in Raleigh. The homeowner, Nikki, he was amazing when in contacting us, and we were extraordinarily honored to work with her, but she was in the last leg of that. She had already been evicted. There was multiple evidence of fraud within her mortgage processes, from robo signing to having her deed handed over to a trustee that wasn't authorized. And yet the bank wouldn't come to the table and wouldn't listen to her, and her foreclosure already basically went through, except for that last step where they were coming to trash out her house. We occupied her house in order to delay that and to stop that, and we did prevent it that day. They didn't come and trash it out that day, but we were unable to gain complete control of the house. But we were able to say to a neighborhood that was facing 9 other foreclosures within that street that there are people that are pushing back, and that this isn't something that we just need to go quietly into and keep our head down, because we've been taught to be shamed of our situations when no one has done anything wrong. When the homeowner still has legal right to the house, at that point it becomes much more gray of like what is breaking an entry, because everybody there has been given permission to be there by the clear homeowner. At that point it's still theirs. The other type that I laid out, the law enforcement treat it as if it's breaking an entry because on their books the bank says that they own that home.
I don't know, is the bank or the realty company, one of them, the bank is the owner of the house, not the people that were inside of it.
Anytime people are strategizing about going into a home and having any sort of public demonstration, you have to take into account that there will be police involved, and not to shy away from that, not to be fearful of that, but to strategize what exactly that interaction looks like and how to communicate and how to portray the message that you want, rather than just having a non-tactical confrontation with the cops. I think that foreclosures is doing this amazing thing just within the movement, because I think it's in itself building a community response in a way that other issues have not. There are so many people that are facing this right now, and there are so many people that are still convinced that they're alone. And if that's all we did is all stepped out together and found each other, then that would be a huge force in itself, and that small little act has a lot of power to be a mechanism to push back against this.